Right, I think we're back. Hey, Beatty, hey. We've had a time today. Oh my goodness. Right, it looks like YouTube is going. Let's just... Oh, dirty camera. Alright. Story. Right. I think everything looks like it is working again. Thank goodness. So, for those that weren't aware, we had a power cut. Let's just go back at it again. That'll do. Okay, yeah, so we had a power cut. I had just started to use the hairdryer to try and stop to dry out the cat drool because the cat was on the desk at the point that I was streaming, and I had just given him some treats. He decided to drool on the page. I pulled out the hairdryer, I was drying it off, and at first I thought I had blown the fuse because I was like, but I had the hairdryer on. I just booted it back up to high power from low power, so I was like, maybe I blew the fuse, because I realized what happened was my second monitor turned off, and the power board that the monitor and the hairdryer both plugged into, as well as the laptop, were all powered off. And I was like, oh, okay. And I couldn't hear the fridge going. So I was like, okay, maybe that fuse has blown. But then I looked at my computer, and because I went to close some things down to save some power, and then I realized the internet wasn't working. The internet is on a different, I'm pretty sure it's on a different fuse network. So I went out and saw that that was also powered off. So I went down to the other end of the house, and none of the lights would turn on. So I was like, okay, we've definitely lost power in the house. This was at 9:30-ish. And then I was like, okay. So then I was using my phone to try and figure out if it was just us in this house, or how, like, if it was a neighborhood, because it's not like it's daytime, so I can't just go and look at the street lights to see if the power's out. Yeah, I managed to finally find the power information. PowerCo had put up a thing saying that there had been a car that had crashed into a power pole, and there were 1,800 properties without power. So I was like, okay, this is a few places that don't have power right now. So it wasn't just us, it was a massive area that was without power. So 1,800 houses lost power there. And then it was, so because, like, I had no power, I went out and wrapped the Nibblings Christmas presents, because I was like, well, we might as well do something. And so and in the meantime, we were hearing all these sirens, me and Mum, and we're like, wow, this is a lot of sirens. And so we figured it was close by, wherever this car had crashed into the power pole. And then finally managed to find an article that was just put out by the local newspaper. Turns out it wasn't that they crashed just into a power pole, they crashed into an entire house. And it's just around the corner. Like, it's literally just around the corner, which is why we're hearing it so loudly. So, yeah. Quite a substantial one. They were estimating 1:30 for the power to come back on. This was 9:30. The crash happened at 9:15, and they killed the power at about 9:25, which is right when stream died. And then put the notice out around, by 9:30, the notice was out. And so we were expecting no power till 1:30, and then at 3 minutes ago, I was out in the lounge. I just finished wrapping up all the presents, and then we just hear the microwave go do 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 and do its little boot up sound, and it's like, power! So yeah, I figured it's so early in the morning, we may as well jump back into stream. So we're back. So sorry, it's going to be 2 parts for today's stream, but yeah, so the first part is like 30 minutes and then we lost power. So hopefully now it's all sorted. Hopefully everyone's okay. Sound like there's a few ambulances, so hopefully everything's okay. But we have power, and now we can go back to working on this page. But yeah, and not what I foresaw in the plans this morning. So yeah, if I had been starting stream at regular time, I would have been late starting stream today because of the power cut. Instead, we had a half-hour small stream, power cut, and now we're back. So hopefully some of our friends come back, but also fully understand if they're gone on for the day. Because I wasn't expecting the power to come back on until 1:30 either. I thought it would be a while, but I guess the damage to the power network was pretty minimal, and they could just isolate the one area they needed to isolate. How are you going, BD, today? I hope your day's going better than mine. I hope you're not having any power cuts. Probably a good thing it's today and not tomorrow, because oh my goodness, if it was tomorrow. But yeah, we're pretty sure there's like a little shopping centre up the road that's got like a small supermarket and a medical practice and a pharmacy, and there's a petrol station, so all of them would have lost power too. And of course it's Christmas Eve here in New Zealand, so it's full on chaos shopping time. Everyone doing their last minute groceries, and they lost power, so so they won't have been impressed, but at least it'll be back on now. Just been getting things ready to have family over tomorrow. Nice. Yes, it is that time. Yeah, like I said, I had time to kill, so I went and wrapped the Nibblings Christmas presents, so that's all done. I was going to do that later on tonight, but, you know, it was either sit and colour or just do some things. So I was like, alright, well, I'll just wrap the presents and get that done. The hardest part was that I was just about to go and get make a cup of coffee and have a snack, and then it was like, nope, we can't touch the fridges now, we can't touch the freezers. Yeah, I'm still not touching anything. I'm letting everything come back down to temperature. It was only for just about an hour that we lost power, so everything should be okay, but we'll just let everything reboot back up. Alright. I'm glad, though, that I can get back into this, because I was really looking forward to getting more of this page, like, based and actually getting further into this page. Because, like, this is obviously the last stream before Christmas, with tomorrow being Christmas. And it's like, I don't know, I don't really want to be doing a lot of Christmas pages after Christmas. I want to move on to the New Year's page. So that means we need to smash for a lot of this very quickly. Yeah, depending how the rest of the week goes, I have got work tonight because the lab is still open, but a lot of the medical practices are closed or closed early, so it's probably going to be a real quiet night tonight at work. And then I have Wednesday, Thursday off because of the holidays, and so there's still samples that come into the lab, but they just schedule 1 or 2 people on in the lab and they do the processing work, so I don't have to jump in. It's great. And then Friday I'm back to work, but a lot of places are still closed on Friday, so it's a pretty chill week at work. It's a pretty easy working week. It's the same next week. We're closed the Wednesday, Thursday. So I may do some extra streams, like I've got all day Thursday free. Heck, I mean, after we've done all the family stuff on, like, all my Christmas Day family plans are at lunchtime, so, you know, I may jump on to stream on Wednesday night, because get some work done, I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I might be very burnt out after kids. But yeah, I know one of my brother-in-laws has to go to my brother and sister-in-law have to go to their family thing at 3 o'clock, and then the other brother and sister-in-law and the nibblings are also off to other family events. So we're going to be like, our Christmas is done by 3 p.m. basically. Winter! Yes, we're back. So, yes, power cut. As I messaged that, the information that I got was that there was a car that had crashed into a power pole and that the power was expected to be out till 1:30 p.m. It was a massive area that was out, 1,800 houses. And then the local newspaper put on an online article, and turned out it wasn't a car that crashed into a power pole. It was a car that crashed into a house, and it's literally just around the corner from me. So yeah. We were like hearing all these sirens. We're like, ooh, this mustn't be good. So yeah, there's an article. There's no information, really, just that it crashed into the house. And it's literally just around the corner from me. Mum and I were actually just saying, oh, maybe we should go for a drive and check it out. You know, just go and have a nosy, because we can. But that's when the power came back on, so yeah. Because I was just sitting out in the lounge. I went and wrapped the nibblings Christmas presents, because it was like, well, I've got nothing else to do for now. And then because it came on so early, I was like, alright, well maybe we will go back to streaming. Because yeah, I wasn't expecting it back on until 1:30. Because that's what the power company was saying. But I guess they had to shut down the network because of potential damage, and they managed to check it quickly, and there was no damage, except for probably the house. So they would have just isolated off the house then and given us back the whole network. It's great. I hope everyone's okay though. It's not great, you know, someone crashing their car. So hopefully everyone's okay. Yes, I'm very glad the power wasn't off for too long as well. Especially because, like, all my drinks are in the fridge, all my food's in the fridge. And I was like, but I want snackies. And I can't eat snackies because they're all in the fridge, and we're not opening the fridge because the power's off. We're still not opening the fridge or the freezer because we're still giving it a chance to resettle down. But yeah, I'm glad, because I really did want to, like, I wanted to at least get all the basing done on this page. I'm all skew in my sitting position today, actually. You're in the wrong space. There we go. There we go. Now I'm in the right position and I can actually colour properly. Sammy, welcome back. Love the pastel pink and blue colour scheme. Heck yeah. Oops, I just realised my image is turned off. There's a little bit of purple and a little bit of gold as well. But yeah, there's a lot of pink and blue and white. It's a good colour combo. So we're doing the brighter of the pinks at the moment, and then we'll do the paler of the pinks. Just getting all the base colours in. And I've still got to do the brown for the door, and there's also a little bit of grey, and then I just want to assess the windows, because the colours that I planned out for the windows I'm not happy with, so we may change the window colours. Welcome back, welcome back. Yes, I'm very glad the power wasn't off for too long. Especially because, like, all our Christmas food is in the freezer. Which reminds me, I need to get something out to defrost. Because that actually gets made early. That should really be out now, defrosting, I think. Seconds, I just gotta check with Mum. Yes, something did need to come out and defrost, and it's not actually too deep. It's still pretty icy cold in there, so everything's still frozen. But since we had to go in there, mango mochi ice cream. I love these things. They're so good. It's so hot right now. Not exactly the cleanest thing to eat on stream, but tasty. So if you don't know, these are mochi on the outside, which is like a chewy rice paste, sweet treat thing, and then it's got mango ice cream on the inside. You opened a Twitch account, Winter. What part are you confused about, hun? How can we help? Welcome to the Twitch side. It can take a minute to get used to navigating because there's just so many streamers on Twitch, but can end in quite the rabbit hole of discovering people to watch. I'm just trying to get my bio sorted up and whatnot. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Need to find my people on there. Yeah. If you want a bunch of colouring channels, I can certainly give you a list of a few of the colourists on Twitch because I'm slowly trying to collect them all. But there are more and more people streaming colouring on there. I mean, one of my first things I do when I open up Twitch is I just search for people using colouring in their tags or their titles. Not that they always do. But yeah, you just find there's a lot of community on there. It's like, as I've said, these different positives to each site. YouTube, when you have a community, is great for connecting with your existing community and making sure your content gets out there, plus with the lives automatically becoming videos so it's like about that content for your existing community. But Twitch, it is so easy to discover new people and grow your community. So it depends where your focus is. Vi, hello. The account setup can be confusing, but once you get going over here, it is really nice. Yes. Also, hi from the land of work lurks. That's all good, hun. I'm glad I can be up for you to work lurk now. We did start earlier, but then we had a power cut, so yeah, we're just getting back into it now that the power's been restored. And so now I'm also eating mochi ice cream because I can. If I can get them out. That's the hardest thing about these things, so is trying to get these things out. I want to start doing lives in the new year. It seems like streaming with Twitch alongside kind of opens up a lot of doors. So if you want to dual stream to Twitch and YouTube, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You either need 2 separate devices, or you need to use OBS with a specific plugin that allows you to stream to both. But I love doing lives. I love live streaming. It's just super, super fun. And if you want a hand setting up, yeah, if you want a hand setting up, let me know. If you just are going to do like one platform, Restream.io can do that push in the cloud. That's good to know. Via's our expert. Via's one of our tech experts here, so I can try to help, but honestly, Via's your go-to. Me too. Hold on, the cheese too. But for sure, I'm excited and I can't wait to see you go live. So I hope you can, and I will make a point of trying to be there for your first stream. That's super, super exciting. Alright, are you going to be small enough? I think so. We should manage. Helps if I stay on frame. Really appreciate all the help, both retroactively and preemptively. All good, hun. You just flick me some messages, and if I can't answer it, I know who to go to ask for help, or I can point you in the right direction of where to find answers. I know how much I know how to do, but then I also know where to find more help. But yeah, it is like, setting up to stream is a little bit of setup. It is inevitable. You're gonna have some setup, but then once you're all set up, it can be really, really, really fun. And once you get the hang of how like the Twitch interactions work and stuff like that. So like, once I know your Twitch username, for example, I can do something like I'm going to do for the wonderful Vi right now. I don't want share chat, I want shout outs. So if you're in the Twitch chat, when I type in /shout out and then a username in Twitch, it pops up a little thing on the Twitch chat and is like, hey, this is a cool channel, you should follow them. And it's a shout out feature so that you can like say this person's cool and then your community can go and follow. So it's a really cool way to sort of encourage sharing of communities and stuff like that, and like helping people find other people on Twitch. And that's one thing I really like about Twitch is the shout outs. Even though I do forget to do shoutouts half the time. And if that heart was hollow on your Twitch screen, you should click to follow, because as I was saying, Vi is a wonderful, wonderful tech guru, but also just a awesome place to hang out and vibe with. We went and hung out there yesterday. Well, part of the raid train for the Twitch Unity Guild, raising money for Toys for Tots. I believe that charity live stream is still going for a while, that campaign. It was a good time. We got a bit of colouring done. Whoa, I'm in 2 places at once. Yay! Hello, Winter. Follow. Mochi. Yay, now I can shout you out. So, as you already know, Winter is a gorgeous YouTube streamer. YouTube video content maker. I know words. I don't have ice cream frozen brain right now. It makes fabulous content on YouTube, but now is on the Twitch side, and it sounds like it's going to be streaming. So if that heart is hollow, click to follow. Follow this awesome new channel that's going to be starting up. Not for any streams yet, but they will happen. Heck yeah, we will get you there. We will help get you there. And again, if you're stuck, just ask, because that's what I find about the community is, like, anywhere on Twitch, most people are more than happy just to explain how they stream, how they set up for streaming. And because you already make video content, you already like have like the physical setup basics, because you already know, like, you already have enough room for lighting, you already have your audio recorded, like, you have those basics. It's just getting you connected for the technical streaming side, getting that part sorted. And like, you can get super fancy with it, you don't have to get super fancy with it. Like on Vi stream, she has all sorts of these bot interactions that do all these sort of things and all this sort of fancy smanchy stuff. I don't have a lot of that because I'm lazy. Some streams have a lot, and you can just have a basic stream. That doesn't matter too much. It's about having a good time with what you like to stream. Looks like you're back, Tikashi's, I assume? No, Chai, we had a power cut because a car crashed into a house around the corner from me. We had a full-blown power cut. But yes, we're back now. Welcome back in, Chai. Yeah, literally just around the corner. Yeah, I haven't... there was no, like, how everyone is in the article, but there was a lot of sirens, so hopefully everyone's okay. But yeah, we had a full-blown power cut. Yeah, I went out into the lounge, I wrapped the Nibblings Christmas presents, and then I was just sitting there and we were reading the article that had just come out. And Mum was like, oh, we could go for a drive and have a look. And then suddenly we heard the microwave do its startup song. So it was like, yay, power! I try to do all the things. It's so bad that I don't even know what can be done on my stream. Your stream is just full of surprises. Most surprising to you, most of all. Yeah, no, I'm totally fine. I was just a bit gutted because I was getting into the groove with the colouring and we were having a good time. We were chatting about a lot of stuff and then suddenly it was like, I'm gone. And I didn't even get to say goodbye because it was a power cut. So it was just boom, gone. Yeah, especially when someone else remembers something from years ago. Yeah. I'm doing something. You're doing fabulously, Winter, whatever you're up to. You're getting very used to the Twitch side. I've been watching several OBS plugin recommendation videos and have nearly 2 YouTube videos pinned to my tabs to watch later. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know I need to sit down and do it all in mine, but also I'm like, but my basics work and I don't want to deal with anything more. Like, yeah. I know I need to sit down and overhaul a few things, and especially the bot side, and I'm just like, I don't really want to. Like, it works, you know? It works. So yeah, you can have a basic stream without any sort of fun stuff, but then you can start getting, well, it's not having fun stuff. This is fun. But you know, like, there's a lot of bells and whistles you can add to a stream, Winter. And one of the things that I've been trying to eventually find the spoons to do is there is a bot called StreamerBot. And this bot allows for a lot of fun functions to happen in the background. So one of the things I want to do is when you come into chat and you say hello, you can choose to have a soundbite play. So it's like your entrance song, like you rock into a room and a theme song plays, you know. That would be quite a fun little thing. And that's something I could do with StreamerBot. You think I'm going to sit down and figure that shit out? No. Because I ain't got the spoons. Yeah. Yeah, texturing. So on Mondays, it's usually Mondays you do your text stream, Vi? Vi does a few streams dealing with techie sort of things. So if you really want to start deep diving into technical stuff, including like customization of bots and I don't know, I don't understand it. If you want to get techie, you can. You don't have to. I know right now one of the things Vi is designing in StreamerBot is a tarot reading thing where it actually pulls tarot cards, which is pretty darn cool. Again, I have very smart friends who know smart things. I do not. I know how to do the basics. I know how to get you up and running with a basic stream. And a basic stream is absolutely a fine stream. Please don't feel like it's not. Because at the end of the day, you could have the fanciest stream with all the fun gimmicks and all these bits and pieces, but it doesn't mean that you're a good streamer, because at the end of the day, streams are about hanging out with the streamer and the content that they put out. So if the content isn't good, it doesn't matter how fancy smancy your stream is, because it's not you. And the best way to make good content on a live stream is just be yourself. Because if you're trying to be someone else, it's gonna show. Just be yourself. Just let people hang out with you. We call them tech streams. I work on custom development like the Tarot Redeem. My goal is to package them so they can be imported into other stream within an hour or less. Yeah. It's the same analogy as an expensive camera does not equate a phenomenal photographer right out the gate. Exactly. Expensive colouring supplies will not make you a phenomenal colorist. You can do a lot with cheap supplies. But one of the cool interactions with you streaming, Winter, when we get you to the point where you're comfy with it and are set up, is we can also do dual streaming, which is what I did with Vi yesterday and Sammy, where we went on each other's channels. So, I mean, I didn't, because I didn't have spoons to set it all up yesterday. I just jumped on theirs. But Sammy and Vi were both outputting to their own channels while also streaming on their channel. So all three of us were live at the same time, and they have a lot of really good collab functions on Twitch. You can still do it on YouTube. It's just not as neatly integrated as it is on Twitch. Still do it on YouTube? Did I say Twitch or YouTube? I don't know. I'm very confused now. My brain's not braining. But yeah, I feel like YouTube is good for the content side, like turning your stream into content. Twitch is better for the community building side. There's kind of, I feel like, the two differences between them. Which a lot easier to have people stumble across you, to find you, that don't usually that don't always find you, but and build a community. You also, with Twitch, it is also about finding the other communities on Twitch and bringing, like, communities merge, basically. So, like, Vi, I met because Sammy had found Vi, because Vi was mini painting, and that's what Sammy does. And Sammy messaged me and went, hey, this is a really cool streamer, you should come and check them out. And I was like, okay. So I jumped into Vi's stream, and then from there we met Chai, who's also a Kiwi. So, but I wouldn't have stumbled across Chai because I don't hang out a lot in gaming streams unless one of my friends is like, you should come and check out this stream, because I'm always in the art community. So, but that's how I met Chai. It's through Vi, even though Chai and I are in the same country. And then, like, it just spirals out from there as you meet more and more and more people. Your field grows more and more and more. And yeah, it's just incredible how many people I've met over the years through Twitch. Not sure if I said it here, but my challenge for 2025 is to shop only from thrift stores for clothes and other health accessories, with some exceptions. I will always buy bedding new. It's actually a good challenge. Like, there's some good stuff to be found in thrift stores, so. Has anyone else figured out goals for 2025? Anything that we're to, like, New Year's resolutions? Anything like that? I don't really have many resolutions. I think just to be happy, which I know is cliche, but I also think it's important, you know? Just keep creating, keep producing, keep trying new things. Yeah. Nothing like majorly big. Work on getting my credit card debt down, but I mean, that's not a huge amount of debt, but I'd still like to get it paid off, so keep on working on that. Nothing too major. I think you're splitting out the year into chunks of 3 for easier management to long-term goals. It's not a bad idea, Chai. Breaking it down into quarterly goals, or try. I don't know what the try version is. Trimester. It's not a trimester. But yeah, it's also a good thing to sort of make the steps available too. I just recorded my 2025 goals this morning, still uploading to edit. Looks like another 2-hour long video. Heck yeah, that means I've got another video to put on in the background while I colour. Yeah, as I was saying last stream, like, I don't know if I'm gonna have goals in 2025, just because for the last 2 years I've worked so, like, this is my goal, this is my goal, this is my goal, and I think it's just going to be nice to not have a goal. I do have some plans and things I'd like to do in 2025, so I might, instead of making a goals video, just go, like, maybe things I hope to achieve. Like, it's not like a goal, but this is what I kind of like to do. So I guess it is, like, sort of like my plans for 2025, but nothing's set in stone. The only thing I know I want to do is I do want to run some more hashtags and challenges. And one of the things I wanted to run this year was sort of like a group buddy color situation. And I was trying to look at my books to figure out what I could do. Because, you know, like a lot of people do like a complete this book group buddy or something. And I don't want to have put it out there that anyone has to go out and buy a book. And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't know which book I would choose. I might get bored of doing a whole book, and I don't want to have multiple books and then make people feel like they need to buy multiple books. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, hang on. So many illustrators put out gorgeous free pages. Why don't I just do a group buddy every month where we focus on a freebie? So that's what it's going to be, is fabulous freebies. And every month I'm going to find a freebie that an illustrator has put out to color. My goals are all pretty loosey-goosey. Trademark. Yeah. Loosey-goosey is a vibe. Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking, is freebies. Like, you just have to print it. Which for me, printing is the challenge, but it's a little easier now where I am. So I just have to make a point of making sure I go and print the PDFs. But yeah, I was like, well, that's actually not a bad way to do a group buddy, because then it's open for anyone if they're interested in colouring the page, and I can change the illustrators up each month. So yeah, it's going to be making sure whatever free page I choose, I want to make sure it's not one where like you have to sign up to a mailing list to access it or something like that. I don't want to have anything that involves extra steps. It's like you go to this artist website and you download the PDF or whatever it is basically what I'm going to do. So yeah, that does limit a few things, because like there's a lot of illustrators that have some really gorgeous pages, but you have to sign up to a mailing list or something. And I also don't want to put, like, there's no qualm in doing it, and it's fair enough that the illustrators do that, but I also don't want to put that out there as like you've got to sign up to this, or you got to join this Facebook group, or you know, things like that. I want to have it just that you go to their website, you get the picture, and then you can color it. Yeah, I've already chosen January's, and I've got a couple ideas for other illustrators for other months. Did someone say goose? What's that? Is it? It's literally Untitled Goose Game. That's the game where you're just playing a goose that's being a pest. I want to play that. That looks like it's a lot of fun. Gotta go supervise the kitchen. I'll be in and out for a bit. All good, hun. You go do the things you've got to do. I'm so excited for you. If you weren't here when I did the shout out, you all should be hitting follow on Winter, because Winter is going to be streaming soon and has just joined up on the Twitch side. So hit that follow for our new stream friend, who we're going to go and support when they start streaming. I'm thinking of maybe writing it down and setting a few major goals. Yeah, that is actually a real logical way to do it, Chai. And I think they encourage doing that as well, because when you're setting a goal, like, you know, if, like me setting a goal to colour more, that's just such an open-ended goal. But if I put, okay, I want to raise my monthly average to 25 colouring pages, that's a more specific goal with an objectionable target, because my average is 20. that means I need to be doing 25 pages a month. Like, that is something that's a little bit more achievable and can be broken down. That's not my goal for the year, by the way. That's just an example. That's why when they say, like, if your goal is, I want to run every day. Well, no, that's kind of an open-ended, like, it's a good goal, but it's an open-ended goal. But if you were to say, okay, I want to run. I currently don't run at all, so we're going to start with 3 times a week for half an hour, and we're going to focus on building up to me being able to run a marathon. And so you're working towards a goal, and then you know that marathon is whatever length that a marathon is. I don't know, I don't run. But you could break it down and go, okay, it's like I need to run 5k by the end of the year, so but at the end of the year 5k, so you could break it down 4k, 3k, 2k, 1k, start off with running half a k and then running a kilometer, then running 2, you know. It's actually what they encourage with goal setting, because it makes it as more targets that you can approach. Untitled Goose Game is the one where you get to be an annoying little goose going around annoying people. Yeah, that's such a fun game. Again, never played it, but have watched people play it. Oh, cat here. Alright, we've just about finished all the bright pink. Still got a little bit more to go, but you can start to see just how pink. And when we do all the light pink as well, there's just going to be so much pink. Such a good combo though. Makes it more clear as well and organizes the clutter into shelves in my brain. Instead of going something vague like, oh, I want to go to more regular dance classes, perhaps something like, I will go to 4 regular dance classes a week. And the brain goes, okay, so we want to dance more, but these specific dance types. Exactly. It makes it, it breaks it down into objectionable targets. And that's why my goal in 2024, my 2 goals was to work more of my unworked books on my colouring shelf. Now that is an open-ended goal, and I said originally I was aiming for about 2/3 of my shelf because I had done a third already. So it was like I started with, I think, either 23 or 32%, somewhere around there. So I had about a third done. It was like, okay, so if I aim for 2/3, which is 66%, and then I realized we're getting close to 66% well before the end of the year. So I jumped that up to 75%. I was like, okay, 75%. And then last month, I skyrocketed past that 75%. And now we're very close to 90% of the shelf work. So I'm like, let's just aim for that 90%. So the goal has changed. And then the other goal that I had was to get my work in progress list down, and the goal was to get it down to single figures. So that was 9 or less. And then there's like a secondary note of that. It'll be nice to get it to 5 or less, but the original goal was 9 or less. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is a case of wherever you can get a job, get a job. It is a bit like that sometimes, but definitely, at least I know a lot of us, I mean, not, I know people in the South Island, but most of the people I know who Hey Faber, I caught it though. It didn't blow out the microphone. But yeah, most of the people that I know who are streamers are all North Island based. Most of the people I know are actually based in Wellington. And if I was to move city, I would move to Wellington. I really like Wellington. Oh, easy. Steezy, steezy, steezy. I love Purakawa trees. They're so pretty. I don't like how they make me sneeze. I really should get an allergy test to figure out what pollens exactly I'm allergic to. I'm also wondering if I am... I don't know, I don't think I'm allergic to the cat, but I think I'm allergic to the grasses, because I notice when the cat sleeps with me, I'm a lot more itchy. Okay. We are getting there. Oh, sorry, I might have to blow my nose, so... I'm gonna sneeze again too. Yes, okay. Okay, that's better. I can breathe now. Laundry. I remember to have laundry. Gonna whiz off to check it. Heck yeah. Well done on remembering. It's always impressive. Just had to reply to a message about the Thomas Kincaid page. I did go and watch flip throughs of the other Thomas Kincaid books, and I've put all of them on my wish list now. Because one of the things about that Thomas Kincaid book that I mentioned really not liking was how, like on the Minnie and Mickey page, I have no idea where the book is right now, but here. They should be, but it doesn't appear to be there. Oh no, it's around here somewhere. Under there? Huh. I wonder where I put it. I'll find it eventually. Was that, for example, Minnie and Mickey, they had pre-coloured in the black, except when you look at the oil painting, the black is never pure black. It's always all these different colours. And then with the lines being that thick, dark black line, they were two of the things that really annoyed me, and I wish I had painted it in light grey. Well, later versions, they don't colour in Minnie and Mickey or areas of deep black. They leave it uncoloured so you can colour it, but they also have more with grey lines in it. Like, oh, that's what I wanted. But yeah, I was looking at some of the like listings for them and the images that they were showing. I was like, oh my gosh. Let's see if it'll actually let me load into the page. The internet is going a bit slow. Now laundry and drying. Don't need to worry about it for 2 hours. Nice. Well done. Well done. Okay. Go away, image 2. So this is a celebrations one. This is the latest one that they released. Let me look at it, please. But you can see we've got some areas of dark and then they've lightened some areas. And like Minnie and Mickey aren't coloured in. In previous images they coloured them in and they haven't done it here. And I was like, oh, that's what we need. Also that Beauty and the Beast page. Love! And then this is the princess, but the big pad version. Which has some of the similar images. So like this Aladdin one, they cut it in half and so it's extended images. It's like, oh my goodness. So it should give you like an idea of the size on this one. This is the one I thought I was originally ordering when I ordered it. I thought I was ordering that one. And then this is the Disney Princess one that we talked about, that we were getting confused between the two. But the Mulan page, it's tiny, but you can see like the main characters are a bit darker and the background is lighter. Yeah, so that's the Aladdin page that I mentioned, and you can see it's cut off. Yeah, I did end up, and there's the Rapunzel page that I did, and it's got the different lines. So yeah, it's real interesting to see how different the lines are. But I can't remember which one. I think it was the Disney Dreams collection has like an Ursula page as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I ended up deep diving those for a few hours the other night after stream. And trying to figure out all the differences and stuff. But yeah, it's like, all those issues that I had with the book are resolved in the later books that they put out. So they obviously did hear that feedback from other people and rectified the feedback. It's good to know. It's a beautiful book. The big one is what you need. Oh my god, the big one is the one that I am like seriously debating grabbing. It's also got 40% off at the moment, so I'm kind of thinking that maybe like a Boxing Day purchase, because it's $11.99 USD, so it's not bad, and you get 2 or more when you buy 2 on certain items, so I might be able to save a little bit more as well. I don't know. I haven't decided, but yeah, I'm kind of very tempted to get that big one, because those full size images just, oh, so pretty. So pretty. Right, I think that's all the bright pink done. So, we could go into the light pink. I might just color in the door. Oh, I need a lot of coloring around objects, so I have to color it at some point. I think I want to do all the pink first. I just really want to get all the pink down. Bring up that little image again and then bring up my copy. Zoom back in. I was so excited to jump back into stream. I didn't think about the fact that I should probably go to the bathroom and all that before I started up stream again. So we might have to take a little break soon just so that I can go to the bathroom. I also did not make my cup of coffee. Because I was like, stream, I can stream again, I can stream again. And then jumped into stream. I did at least have breakfast. I've been, we're still on our rice salad bowl kick here. So Mum cooked some honey soy chicken in the crock pot yesterday. And that's what we had with our rice bowls. And I end up always putting too much in because I want all the veggies. And oh yeah, it means I have a big rice salad bowl for breakfast as well. So I'm basically eating salad twice a day at the moment. So good. So much cabbage and edamame and bean sprouts. Question, zooming in and out on the overhead camera, a feature or a software feature? So that is done kind of both. My camera is a Logitech Brio, and Logitech have their own software that goes with the Logitech Brio. It goes with all their Logitech cameras. So my face camera has it too. So the zoom in I can do with the Logitech feature, the software. And I can do the same thing in that same software with my, well, it's meant to do it with my face cam, but I think I might have locked my face cam. Oh no, there we go. Now it's picking out. So yeah, I can zoom in and out a little bit with my face cam. There's not much zoom on my face cam. But then I also have a thing called a Stream Deck. Let's put it on this one for a second. So I have this lovely little thing here that was brought for me by the wonderful Sammy. And these have a bunch of buttons that you can customize. And in here, I have this folder that is called Scenes. And in here, this is how I can switch between the art scene and the chatting scene. And this links to my OBS. You don't have to have this. You do not have to have this. This is just fancy. I would not have purchased this. Sammy gifted it to me, which is the only reason I have it. But the main reason I have this is so I can do my quick mute for my sneezes. I also have a button on here called Panic. And this is my, if I need to go for a quick break, but also if I have a panic attack on stream, I can literally go for that. But yeah, that's all fancy smanchy. Don't have to do that side. The main thing, the camera, is how I do the zoom in, zoom out. You can also, just using the OBS software, technically zoom in and zoom out if I just make the camera bigger. So I can also just cheat a zoom in this way as well, which is how I'm zooming in like the pictures and stuff like that. Alright, I've just totally put my art camera back in the wrong place, so. I still haven't figured it out, the zoom in, zoom out on Stream Deck. I don't think I had to get a plugin for it. I think I could do it with the existing buttons. Hold up, let me go to the zoom. Yeah, no, I had to get a plugin. I had to get a cam control plugin by Bar Raider. yeah, so I had to get a plug-in for it to be able to do the zoom in on the Stream Deck. I have a cheap test camera right now to see if any of this even works, so I doubt zoom is an option. Depending on the camera software, I mean, technically my Logi software will also control my webcam inbuilt into my laptop. But yeah, do you know what type of webcam it is? Because it would depend on what software they have available. I want to do zoomies. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Let me type it out for you, Chai. Cam control radar. Just check, because I think that was the one that I chose because it specifically worked with Logi cameras, and my cameras are all Logi, so that's why I went with it. Because Logitech cameras are basically what I've always used and always had really good in terms of the art capture. And I don't have to do too much adjustment on the color. There is the thing about Logitech Blue. They can sometimes have some issues with the blue coloring, but they're pretty good. And the Brio has been top tier. I cannot recommend the Brio enough if you're wanting a good overhead art cam. But I used the C920 for years as my art cam, and it's still a lot of people's starting art cam with the Logitech range, and it's good if you can get it close enough. My issue is that I needed space under here, so the Brio works better from further away. It's a literal no-name one. Yeah. So yeah, quite probable then that because it won't have controls then probably, unfortunately. But I mean, for starting out and for testing and just getting used to things, it's not a bad thing to have. But yeah, I remember when I first started streaming and the C920 was like, every art streamer was C920. Every art stream I went into, everyone was C920, C920, C920. I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting the C920. And so I did. And yeah, they're right. And now the C920 is my face cam because I have the Brio. I brought that, I think that was 2021 I brought the Brio. It's relatively, like, I've had my C920 I had it for like 8 or 9 years. Like, it had been the only camera for a long time, but because I needed to put it up higher, I couldn't get the detail that I wanted because I had to zoom in too far, and so I upgraded to a better camera that would allow me to have it up higher but still not pixelate too badly. Yeah, that's all I wanted was to see. I'll get a better one when I've got everything set up. Yeah. Yeah. The camera you have will have its own limit to how much zoom it can do. I have a Ryza Cairo for art cam. It can only zoom to 140%. Yeah, so my one will go up to, I think it's 560%. Mine will zoom up to. And it depends on, like, if you even need that much. Like, I have this, gonna work now? Yeah. So this is called Zoomies. And I have the ability to control zoom in and zoom out with my Stream Deck. But I have 3 levels preset, which is normal, zoom in, and zoomies. So I can go right up to, this is 500. So I can zoom you right in. Where's the face? We're over here. Yeah. Like, I can zoom you right in. But I don't even need that much zoom in. But that's why I have 3 levels preset. So I have it preset at 100, 176, and then 351. Don't know why those numbers, they're just random numbers. And generally those 3 levels do me for most of the time when I'm working on a page. I've also got my camera on a boom arm, so I also have manual control to move around as well, which is why I bump my camera a lot. Yeah, so I have a, like I said, normal zoom in and zoom ease, which are preset at each of those levels, and then I have a +10 and -10 button, so I can also just manually take you in button by button, or I can jump around as I need zoom. So if I only need to like nudge you in a little bit, I can just press the button a couple times and bring you in. But then if I need to do a big jump, I can just do that, and then I can adjust as needed. So that's how I set up my zoom buttons. Ooh, TK Dodo. Hello, hello, lovely. Welcome in, and welcome in, Raiders. How are we all going today? Morena, and kia ora to you all. For all my lovely, lovely people in chat, TK Dodo is a gorgeous streamer here on Twitch that does play a lot of games, but also is a colorist, and how I originally discovered them is fully responsible for not only my Teresa Goodridge deep dive, but my love of Pablos, and the one that started me on the Pablo hunt, and does some really gorgeous Teresa Goodridge coloring pages. So if the heart is hollow, click to follow. What were you up to today? And for all our new friends that are joining us, as I said, kia ora or hello. My name is Amy. I am a colorist based in Aotearoa, New Zealand. She, her pronouns. And today we are working on this double page spread in Romantic Country 2 by Eriy. Bit of a Christmas themed page, but we're doing a pink, purple and blue palette because why not? I like it. And yeah, right now I'm just focusing on getting down all my base colors, getting flat color down, and then we'll start shading and whatnot. And we've just been talking about stream setup and cameras and all sorts of bits and pieces like that. So feel free to lurk, feel free to hang, feel free to chat, whatever feels comfy to you, because that's what we are, a cozy, comfy stream. And TK Dodo, because I was on, I was co-streaming with Vi and Sammy yesterday, and I was doing a Teresa Goodridge book based with alcohol markers, but worked over the top with Pablo pencils. So I've been working on this page here, and that is Pablo pencils and alcohol markers. You're playing a cutesy game? Cute. Those are the vibes. Those are the vibes sometimes. Right, and then in here, and did we just do all grey for, yes I did, I was just going to do them all grey. Okay, so you can see at the top up here I have a little bit of a colour plan that I had digitally kind of planned out for the page, so that's kind of helping me with some of the placements for the colours. But yes, the shop front is basically all pink. Lots and lots of pink, and I've still got down here to do. Like, I'm sure there's more on this side to do. So most of this has been based with Inktense, but I am using an Albrecht Durer for this paler pink, just because I don't have the right pale pink in Inktense. Everything else is Inktense, and it's just about getting a flat base color down, just so everything's shaded in, make the colors have their place and make it clear how we need to shade things. I'm not even sure where I'm doing the light source for this page yet. Oh yes, I get to collect cute critters and give them cute hats. Perfect to play so close to Christmas. Oh my goodness, that sounds adorable. It sounds like a vibe. I've been playing The Sims a lot lately. That's been my game of choice. Right, do I do on top? Or do I do that in grey? Nope, we do around the door as well. Okay. There, we started stream this morning, and then I had a power cut. So we got a forced 45-minute break where I went and wrapped my niece and nephew's Christmas presents, and then the power came back on, and I wasn't expecting the power until 1:30, but it came back on at 10:30, which is lovely. So yeah, then we jumped back into stream. So it's been a bit of a disrupted stream day. But I hope you're all doing well. It is, of course, Christmas Eve here in New Zealand. So I have a bit of work to do today. I do have work still. The lab is still open, but most of the medical practices do close early tonight. So there'll still be the final run of stuff at 6 o'clock. But I will be just there, chilling. I'm going to Brave Town. I need to pick up some things. Oh my goodness. Well, you can do it. Be brave. You got this. Hopefully it's not too bad. Why I did all mine yesterday, which is still crazy enough. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh, I had colouring right in the crease. Yay, have done the first half with all the pink. So much pink. Now we get to move on to the second half of the page. And all the pink. Totally would have kept playing the game, but it's almost midnight now, so I figured it would be a very adult decision to call it quits for now. Ugh, adult decision? Why are you doing that? But also very proud of you. That is very responsible and sensible of you, and well done, TK Dodo. It's like when I end stream to go and have a nap before work so that I can actually work functionably. Hey. All good. Enjoy your lurk, TK Dodo. Thank you again so much for raiding in. I should have also said as well, it's so rude of me. But yes, if you need to do some post-care stream, absolutely please do. Same with all the raiders. You know, if you needed to do some care after hanging out and stream all day. If you need to do the raid and feed. I also will need to do some self-care in a minute because I need to go to the bathroom. So we're going to just finish up this section of pink of these doors. Well, door frame. And then we'll just take a quick little break while we go to the bathroom. Do the self-cares. Perfect. Alright. Almost freebasing all this pink. Okay, finally going to go and watch these stream improvement videos, but thank you for the cozy vibes as always. Take care, Amy, everyone. All good, Chai. You enjoy all your videos. May it be productive and full of good learnings. Thank you, as always, for coming and hanging and vibing. Did I give you a shout out? I might not have given you a shout out. I can't remember. I'm trying to be good and remember these things, but I am not. Now you got a shout out. There you go. Yes. Be sure to give Chai a follow for not only some cute, cozy game streams, but also lots of good rock knowledge. And there's some other bits and pieces in there. There's some creative streams, some painting rock streams, actually. And lots of good, cozy times. So hit that follow. But yes, we are going to take a break. Just so I can go to the bathroom, because I've really got to go to the bathroom. So we're just going to put you on the Be Right Back screen for a few minutes while I pop away. Take this opportunity to hydrate, stretch, have your meds, grab a snack, all the good self-cares. I'll see you all in a few. Much better. Oh. You gotta go. You gotta go. I also grabbed some salami because I'm hungry. Obviously, my breakfast wasn't filling enough. I mean, it was basically lunchtime here. Pretty sure I coloured in there pink. Yeah. So after we finished all the pink, still got to go in and do the brown of the door, the grey, which again I may change. I did originally have the trim of the building all being grey. I'm like, do I change that? I suppose I could do blue. I think I did grey originally to keep the grey flowing around, and then we just have to figure out these windows and pull out the Nutcracker skin tone. There's actually a surprising amount of area to do on this page. Like, it looks busy and it is busy, which is why I'm glad I did break it down and do the colour plan to begin with, because I knew there would be a lot of area to base. It was going to take a lot to figure out how to balance the colour across the page, especially with such a limited colour scheme with so many details on the page. I keep forgetting people's name when I was recording this morning. I have so much editing to do to put names on screens. Oh, I hate when I do that so badly. But it happens though. Like, you can go into these things prepared, ready to go, and then you start talking and it's just like the brain goes, nope. Doesn't matter how much prep you do. Just brain goes, nope. But also it's like, I like trying to make sure I put people's names on there, because it's almost like another form of shout outs. Like, I mean, it is a shout out, but you know, like, hey, this is a cool channel, and if you haven't heard of them, you should be following them. Itchy, itchy. Happy the season. Yeah, like if they're important enough for me to mention them or even think about them while filming, they obviously deserve credit. Yeah. For sure. Like, it's cool too when like channels mention other channels. It's like, okay, cool, and then I'll go and click the links and check them out, and it's how I end up stumbling across so many different community channels, different channels about different things. It's like, so many cool people out there. There's certain channels that I definitely watch more of because I vibe with their content a lot more, or their content is a lot more. Alligator, hello, hello. It's an alligator raid. I think I'm doing that right. Kia ora, raiders. Kia ora. How are we all going today? Ooh. At Alligator. If you're seeing a shout out on your screen and that Harlot is hollow, click to follow. Alligator is a gorgeous streamer here on Twitch. Does a lot of wood burning, but also just cozy good times over there. Just so sweet, so kind, and so fun to go and hang out in. So if you need a new channel to go and hang out in, go hang out there. Fully recommend. And for all our raiders that have just joined us, kia ora. My name is Amy, aka Amy Water. If you haven't been here before, I am a colourist based in Aotearoa, New Zealand. She, her pronouns. And I colour in adult colouring books. It's about having chill, cozy vibes and just creating a glittery, safe little bubble on the internet where we just vibe and hang. We are working in Romantic Country 2 by a illustrator called Eriy, who actually draws all her lines by dipping toothpicks into ink. So really, really fascinating illustrator, really cute illustration style, and really fun to colour. So that's what we're up to today and what we're working on. Alligator and your chat, if you need to do raids and fades, if you need to do some self-cares post-stream, please feel free to do so. I just realised my image is covering my alerts. Please do the self-cares, look after yourself, but if you want to stay around and hang and lurk or vibe or just chill and vibe, feel free to as well. Thank you to our new followers. We do have anonymous follows here, though YouTube still has the name popping up, so I need to figure out that one. But yes, kia ora, no mana man. That's a good name. Commander Fur and Dragon Fae Library. Oh my gosh, you sound like the sort of library I need to go to. A Dragon Fae library is perfect. But welcome in, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It is Christmas Eve here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. So we're just vibing and hanging and colouring out a Christmas page with Christmas nutcrackers, but we're doing a very non-traditional palette. I mean, it is kind of traditional now, but we're doing this colour palette here of something I coloured in a while ago, planned out a while ago. So we're doing lots of pinks and purples and blues, a little bit of white and gold, and yeah. So that's sort of the plan for the page that we've been slowly working on So right now I'm just using some basing mediums to get all the flat colour down, and then I'll go in with my pencils and shade on top to add depth and dimension. But a lot of this step is just about covering the page with a flat layer of colour. And I like to do that with a water-based material, so lots of Inktense. We are using a Faber Castel Albrecht Durer, which is a watercolour pencil right now, to do all this baby pink. And there's a lot of baby pink. We'll definitely be back in. Have to take apart the family streaming area. Did some art with Mr. Pickle. Oh, I love when you stream with Mr. Pickle. It's so cute. It's so cute. But heck yeah. Do what you need to do, hun. You do all the things you've got to do. We're here if you want to. If you got to do the things, do the things. And yes, self-care. Lots of self-care. We actually have had a bit of a chaotic morning with streaming because I started stream at 9, and then at 9:30, just around the corner from me, someone unfortunately crashed their car into a house, which caused a power outage for the whole suburb. So we lost power. I haven't heard how everyone is, but hopefully everyone's okay. There was certainly a lot of sirens there for a while. But about an hour later, the power came back on, so I decided to jump back onto streaming. Because I want to get more of this page done. Just hit the 24th there. Nice. Yes, it must be getting quite late at night for those of you on the... I think the American coast would be... No, hold up. UK. Not UK. There. Time F. But over in the Europe line, they're the opposite, so they're around midnight because we've just hit midday. I am the future. It is midday on Christmas Eve. I don't know how to say Eve in Te Reo, but I know Christmas is Meri Here Hetime in Māori. And Santa Claus in Māori, it's Hana Koko. Denmark, Central Europe. There we go, yeah. Central Europe time is the one that's opposite. Like the 12-hour mark. Until daylight savings. And then it all changes again. Because you all go 1 hour in one direction, we go 1 hour in the other direction. Alright. Time to start activating all the pink. Time math is weird and hard. There's a reason why I get Google to calculate all my time zone calculations, because it's like, no thank you. I can't do that math. I know for one of my friends in the States, it's easier for me to calculate the time she's in by adding 6 to 8 hours, depending on where we are in the year, time zone wise. Adding 6 to 8 hours, but then subtracting a day. That's how I work it out. Got a plus 10 to Sydney. Yes, Sydney is plus 10. I am in New Zealand, so we are plus 12. We are... Well, technically there's a little island out to the side that is like plus 12:45 or something. That is technically the first. But yeah, we kind of recognize, you know, first with the time zones. So we hit New Year's first. It's quite fun to jokingly say that, you know, I'm in like 2025 while the rest of you are in 2024. Joys of being in a tiny country at the bottom of the world. It's pretty cool here though sometimes. I raise a hand for Ontario. Ontario, Canada at 6 p.m. on the 23rd. There we go. Oh wow, this last miniature will be interesting to assemble. Are you talking a miniature like a TTRPG miniature? No mana, man, because we have a few miniature painters in chat. Warhammer stuff? Nice, nice. I know yesterday I was on stream with Violacious and Samsara Dusty, and I was colouring, but they were painting miniatures. Vi was doing some for her D&D campaign, and then Sammy was painting the most miniature of miniatures for the Gloomhaven board game. Can't remember what it's called, but it was they were tiny. They were so tiny. I mean, miniatures are already tiny enough. I have painted a couple of D&D minis. It's quite fun. It's very fiddly, but it is quite fun. But yeah, the like full-on building out of armies and stuff like that, it's incredible. I mean, miniature painting is basically colouring on a 3D surface. One could argue colouring is just miniature painting on a 2D surface then. In all honesty, this last fella is kind of big, but lots going on with the model. It's some of the details that they get into those miniatures, it's like, holy heck. Vi, I know you're lurking. I know Sammy's lurking as well, or she does errands. And Vi is working, so if you need to be working, keep working. But if you're there, I can't remember the name of the pretty angel miniature that you were painting yesterday, but she had some gorgeous details. Had all these boot details and sleeve details, and it was really pretty. So with the Albrecht Durer compared to the Inktense that we've already laid down, watercolor pencils, they tend to go a little bit more sheer and a little bit more lighter. So while this pink looks quite similar to the purple down, when we activate it, it is actually going to pastelize a little bit more. And that's what I'm counting on, because we want this pink to be quite a bit lighter. You can see in here against the purple, it still stands out quite a bit. They are still similar hues. But the point of all this is to cover up the two for the page, so when we go in with the pencils, we don't have to do quite as much work to cover up all that white, because the white is covered up except for the white that we want to leave on there. And that'll make our pencil life that much easier. And then we get to start doing all the fun stuff like the shading of the areas, the adding in of the sparkles. I even activate this. Yes, that is where the cat drilled. That's why it looks different there. My RPG miniatures are all big. 7 dragons and Tarrasque. Nice. Purple fixes everything. Purple is pretty good for a lot of fix-ups, actually. Adding purple to skin tone is so good. It makes such a good colour for shadowing. Falling down, because a lot of the pre-made skin tone colours are too warm. So purple adds such a pretty shadow colour. I'd say roughly 75% of everything I paint miniature-wise, I end up basing purple on top of the black primer. Ooh, I've never done a purple base on a mini. I mean, again, I haven't painted a lot of minis, like 5 in my life. But I did want to get the purple wash that you put over stuff because I knew that I tended to color mine too vibrantly, and it's like purple is such a common shadow tone for me. I was like, the purple wash would be quite logical to get, and then I can base out my shadows that way. But then my hands kind of stopped working and I stopped playing so much in-person D&D and instead just focused on online D&D. So it was like, I don't even use my models anymore. I think if I was running more D&D in person, I would. But, like, I spent ages sculpting all these terrain pieces and all the stuff out of polystyrene and foam, and, like, I have boxes and boxes of stuff that I made, and I just don't run in person anymore. I run it all online, so I never ever use any of this stuff. Oh. No, but it did catch the internet cord, but it stayed in place. Yeah, Eriy, but yeah. Fine, so that it doesn't like immediately pull up. Fine. You're all good. Oi. Sorry about that. I need to get some of those stick-on hooks because the Ethernet cable I used to plug into the router, I haven't put it up in place properly yet, and so it's draped across like a pathway. So most, like 99% of the time it's fine, but occasionally something gets caught in it. But there's enough slack in the line that it's not like you touch it and it rips it out of the laptop socket, but it's still not ideal, and it does need to go up so it isn't a trip hazard. I just keep forgetting to buy the stick-on hooks to stick them up. Get it out of the way. Haven't used a wash in ages. I used to just paint to paint, don't play any games. That's valid too. Like, it's a form of creativity, and I think that's the main thing. Like, if I could see myself doing more mini painting, not even necessarily like miniatures, like miniature doll houses and miniature rooms is something. Like, I have a kit that I have been meaning to do. I was going to do it for my birthday last year, and then I ended up getting sidetracked with something else. And I could see me doing like those sort of miniatures too if I didn't have colouring. Colouring is what is my creative outlet. It is my mental wellness activity. So, but it's all forms of creativity, and creativity is the key. Like, doing something creative is such a mentally positive activity. And so whatever form that creativity takes, it doesn't matter as long as it's giving you what you need. Like, when I first started getting ill, so I have a autoimmune inflammatory arthritis condition called ankylosing spondylitis. It's a big mouthful. But that's kind of the reason why I limp when I walked over there. I use a walking frame to mobilize distances. And it's because my immune system attacks my body instead of attacking what might be making me ill. So when I started getting really, really ill, my whole hands, like my fingers were out to here. They would just swell up like nobody's business. I couldn't hold a pencil. I couldn't I couldn't hold anything, but I could manage to hold a mouse with my swollen hand because my hand was like this, so I could manage to move a mouse and use this finger to click, or you know, I could handle a mouse, I could type with one finger. But as someone who had always been artistic, not being able to hold a pencil or a paintbrush was like, how am I going to be creative? Because this was about a good 6 or 7 months before I got a diagnosis that I was going through this swelling, and because of conundrum of certain things. And so how I ended up being creative was actually The Sims. I played The Sims because I could tell stories, I could build houses, I could do all sorts of bits and pieces, and it still allowed me to be creative even though I wasn't holding a pencil. But that's kind of how I still allowed myself to be creative, because I know how important being creative for mental health is. So that's why I'm like, creativity, it's all forms. It's not just traditional art. There's so many ways of being creative out there, and it's so fun to discover all these different ways. It makes me want to try every single art form. And my cupboard is full of the evidence of this. Autoimmune is nasty. It is. I have had that attack my eye once. Iris inflammation. Oh, yeah. So a subset of the AS is I get inflammation in different areas of my body, not just my bones. And so one of the ones I get is called uveitis, which is inflammation of the blood vessels of your eye. The worst one. Like, when that happens, I have to call the eye specialist straight away and get prednisone drops straight away, because it is dangerous and it sucks. Luckily I haven't had an attack of that for a long time, but yeah, I don't like when those blood vessels inflame. Stop playing D&D. I stopped playing 8 to 9 years ago. Warhammer, etc. I haven't played since 1999. Wow. But you still love painting the models, and that's just as valid. The models are fun. And some really cool designs. Yeah, I used to run quite a few different campaigns and be involved in a lot more D&Ds, and not just D&D, but it's primarily D&D. Most people just want to play D&D, which I also like running other systems, but I just don't have the energy to run anymore. So I used to also run a program at my local library for teenagers to get them into TTRPGs, and the point of that program was to actually make the kids the GMs. And by the time I'd run it for about 3 years, I think we had about 12 teenage GMs by the time I was done. Which is really, really cool, because it meant by that point I was quite ill and I could say, hey, my health is now at a point I can't run anymore. But the kids were self-sufficient enough that they could. And not all the kids still played at the library. Some of them had transitioned to home games and stuff like that, but the library program was still there. And it's now just run by the kids with a librarian oversight. And I still bump into my kids every once in a while, and they'll tell me all about their adventures and what their characters are up to and what they're doing for each game. And a couple of them are running Cyberpunk now instead of D&D, because I did give them Cyberpunk rules, because that was a lot more what they were going for vibes-wise. And I was like, yeah, let's take you away from D&D and let's put you into Cyberpunk. Okay, I've had a brief moment fixed up the dining room. Nice! Welcome back. I'm doing really well, thank you, Aligrada. Yeah, just pottering along, just trying to get more of this page done and vibing and hanging and having good chats, and yeah. Good Christmas Eve. It's just mostly too hot. I'm already like really, really hot. It's like, it's summer. It's not too bad hot. It's more just humidity that I struggle with. I want the humidity to be broken. It's definitely been more humid and warmer, so I'll take it. Joined the army in 2000, so yeah, stopped everything then. Didn't pick up a brush till about 3 years ago. That's valid. That's valid. I used to teach Warhammer and painting back in my teenage years. That's so cool. I wish there had been someone locally to teach me painting. Instead, I just kind of figured it out with YouTube. They were great models that I painted, but I were proud of them. Like, I still have them. I'm still pretty pleased with my models. One of them I spent ages on, and that was because she was a representation of one of my own characters when I actually got to play in a campaign for a while there. But I was especially proud of her because I did the base as well. And then as well as like texturing the base and making it look like loose stone, I got tiny little rose quartz crystals and put them around because she was like a sorcerer that had like a rose quartz thing in a connection with mines and stuff like that. So I was like really proud of like having these tiny little actual pieces of rose quartz in the mini. I was like, yes, this is so cute. So good. And now I look back at that and I'm like, you kind of did flat colouring here, Amy. Like, there's no shading, there's no texture, but I was pretty damn proud of it when I first started. She was like my first ever model. I'm freezing here. We have some snow. Oh. As much as I love summer Christmas, it would be really nice one year to experience a winter Christmas for sure. But yeah, we're fully into our summer Christmas season. I think this year it's just hitting me harder because of all the pollens. I have been sneezing so much this year. We are still entirely out of snow here. First month of winter gone and we've gotten 0 snow. Ooh. I don't know, like, we're technically in the first month of summer because December, January, February is summer. But I kind of feel like summer hits at the end of January, February, March. Like, those feel like the hotter months. February is definitely, like, the hottest month. And it's kind of sucky, too, because that's when everyone goes back to school. So, you know, like, as a teenager, you go back to school in, like, the sweltering humidity. And it's just like, ugh. But yeah, it feels a little bit like it's half spring, half summer. We keep on getting like really hot, humid, sticky days, but then we also, like, we had thunderstorms and lightning the other night. And it is meant to rain on Christmas. That's kind of a running joke of Christmas, is that it rains on Christmas, so no surprise there. Spare Room Studio. Hi, Jackie. How are you going? We've had so much snow. Oh my goodness, Melissa. Again, one year I would really love to experience a white Christmas. Because, like, so we have this thing called, like, Christmas at the Bowl, which is a concert that they put on. And you can go to it. It's free. And they'll sing like Christmas carols and there'll be Christmas, like, it's just a Christmas themed show that you can go to. And then there's fireworks at the end. But like they'll play songs for you to sing along to, and it's always like, you know, Winter Wonderland and you know, songs about snowy Christmas, which is ridiculous to sing in the middle of summer. So there are some like summery Christmas tunes, like there's a very specific Kiwi Christmas song, and yeah, like There are some, but there's still the Christmas winter classics that get sung, and it's just like, you know, sitting in the piping heat singing about taking a sled ride in the snow because it's Christmas. It's the one year I'd like to go and experience it for actual. Yeah. We are having a 37 Xmas day. Oh my goodness, Jackie. That is 37 Celsius over in Australia. No, thank you. Freeze was at my sister. We had negative 27 Celsius. Oh, yuck. Ninja Mum Colors. Hello, hello. Welcome in as well. Get what you mean about colour in Christmas? Yeah. Oh, you can come visit here. No guarantee it's a white Christmas. It's definitely cold. Heck yeah. I just need to go on a bit of a tour around. Because, you know, traveling's super easy. Yeah, I would like to, like, travel one day, but I'm also aware that, like, that's not like just as easy as saving up and jumping on a plane, because you can't take walking frames on airplanes. So it's a little bit more complicated, but one day I'd love to go to Japan. One day. Yellow beans! Hello, hello. How are you going, hun? Welcome in. Kia ora to everyone that's just arrived in. Good timing. All coming in all at once. Hope we're all doing well today. We have been going for a little bit, but we did have a forced 45-minute break in the middle of stream because I had a power cut. So, stream did get a bit split up today because of that, but we're getting some progress made. We've just about finished basing all this baby pink. And then we'll be able to start basing in our last few colours, and then all our base layer will be done and we can start shading. But you can see just how pink. So the back says this is actually a gate, but I saw it as a storefront, so yeah, so in my mind it's just a pink storefront. Imagine going crazy buying Japanese colouring books. You know it, you know it. Just going into the art stores and just like glomp. So many. So many. Okie dokie. So the next big area that we need to do is the door itself, which is just going to be brown. It's very pink. Yeah. Well, I decided that I wanted to go with a pink purple blue theme, and use like white and gold as well. Words. But to keep it consistent, because I did think about doing different colors for the building, but it's like, nah. Because in my head, what I imagine is that their storefront is pink. Because this to me screams like it's a toy shop. So my idea is that their storefront is pink with a little bit of purple and blue stained glass. And so at Christmas time, they work with the existing storefront colours and they add in the white trees and the white flower wreaths and touches of gold and these blue and purple nutcrackers to bring in the blue and the purple. So that's kind of how I imagine it, is that normally it's just this pink with a little bit of purple and blue. And then at Christmas time, it's like, bring out the white and the gold. And maybe I'm thinking too much into it for a colouring page. Maybe, but I don't know. Makes me happy. But yeah, we're going to, once we've done all the basing, we'll start shading. I am thinking as well, I've got this enchanted shimmer in the white. So I'm thinking I might put that on all the white leaves to make them shimmery and pearly. And then I do have metallic gold. So all the yellow is actually going to be based in gold. It's just to give it a really warm undertone because I want that really bright yellowy gold. I do have out one of my favorite metallic golds, but I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or a gel pen. Because if I do the gold ink, I have to brush it all on. I say we all meet in Japan for a colouring convention. I'm down, Ninja Mum. I'm down. I've got 2 more to colour in 25 Days of Kindness and I'm done. I've done enough Christmas colouring this year. I like the pink and perfect for a toy shop. Yeah. Makes you happy, it's all that matters. It's a big double spread too. It is. It really is. I've had this plan since the start of the month, but it's taken a long time to get into this. We only just started this last stream on Sunday. Because I was working on the Thomas Kincaid page for quite a while. So I have this one and one other Christmas spread left to go, which is in the Magical Christmas by Lizzie Mary Cullen, which is also a big double page spread as well. And then I have... Don't ask me where the book is. I don't know where it is. Oh wait, no, I see it. I see it. So I have this one, and then I have... I was hoping to get more done in this book, but it's taken me so long to get back to this one. So I have this one here that I've been working on. And this is actually a Kiwi Christmas colouring page. So that's why that one's getting done. I wanted to get more done in here, and I just didn't get back to this book. Mostly because I was trying to record this one for a YouTube colour along. And I've run out of time. So I think I'm just going to have to forego the recording and just get it done, because I literally will not have time otherwise. And then the only other Christmas page that I have left to colour, which I have done I've done one page, one number on. I've done them before. This one I'm not doing as a traditional advent calendar where you colour a square a day. What I've been doing this month is, because I colour every day, so I've been writing down my primary medium that I've used every day. And then my idea is that I'm going to go in and colour each one of these with the primary medium of the day. So it'll be an overview of my 24 days of colouring. So I'm looking forward to getting that one done. But that'll be all my Christmas colouring done. There's still more colouring that I want to get finished off. There's actually another page in this book as well that I want to do, because there's also a New Year's Eve page in here. So I'd like to get to that one as well. But yeah, the idea was to have this one done before Christmas, and well, we didn't quite get there. But I love how that Thomas Kincaid page turned out so much. So worth the delays. If you remember where I put the book, I would show you. Aha! I'm telling you, there's stuff everywhere at the moment. This one, if you haven't seen this one, this is one of my favorite pages that we did this month. So long, but so worth it. So fun to play with. And yeah, love how this one turned out. This was a very complex page. A colouring convention would be super fun. You've coloured some complex and large spreads this month. I have. I know I definitely had a lot on the plan that were not necessarily easy colours. I have done some easy colouring too this month, but yeah, there's definitely been some complicated pages on the plans too. That's okay, like that's how it goes some months, you know? At the end of the day, if I don't get everything done I want to get done, that's fine. Colouring is a hobby. Like, nothing's going to be destroyed if I don't complete every single page. I just know what I would like to complete, but also we complete what we complete. Found a brand of miniature painting this year. New local game store. So we set and brought the entire set of third generation fruit, 236 pots of paints. Oh my goodness, that's a good color range. That is a good range of colors. Love it. Haven't been to a convention in years. That would be so great. I would be so down for a coloring convention. Though the likelihood of it being in Aotearoa. So yeah. I wouldn't even have the first clue in organising a convention. Otherwise, I would look into organising a convention, because I would do, like, if I was ever travelling across the States or something, or, you know, a few other places, Europe or anywhere like that, I wouldn't put out exactly where I was, because, you know, safety. I would say, hey, I'm going to be in this town at this date. Who wants to meet up? Who's around this area, you know? I always find the energy and enthusiasm ebbs and flows. I can't be full speed 24/7. You cannot go full 24/7. Like, you know, there's that thing about, oh, you should always give 100%. You don't always have 100% to give. Some days you may only have 10% available. You can still give all that 10%. You're still giving 100%, but 100%, your 100% is not going to be the same as in a day where you have 90% to give. Like, it's different. You're still giving 100%. It's just respecting the fact that you don't have the capacity of other days. How much colouring will we get done? I see a ton of gabbing and shopping. Yeah. Well, wherever it would have to be somewhere where there was shopping available, or reaching out and having suppliers represented. Like, reaching out to, you know, Artex and Ohuhu and Faber Castel and, you know, all those brands that Prismacolor, being like, you wanna have tables, and then like little art stores and stuff like that, and getting in, like, if you were to go really, really big, getting in like colouring book illustrators who've got books upcoming talking about how to make your own colouring books, if that was something that you're interested in, what goes into designing colouring books, and then having like panels with YouTubers and stuff like that about making content surrounding, not just YouTubers, you could do like TikTokers and Twitch streamers and stuff like that, and having like panels about social media and colouring, and having like different art types represented as well, of like not just like using pencils, but having maybe like someone having like watercolors and collage and all that sort of stuff. Like, this could be done. I'm just saying, it just needs to be organised by somebody who has the money to invest and the spoons to organise it all. Colouring is still an untapped market for possibilities, I reckon. Absolutely. Heck, you get somebody in with a stall that is just glitter. Just like a wall of rainbow glitters in like 200 different colours, just with like little bottles that you could buy of different coloured glitters. I would be there. Like, if Ranger came in with just a wall of their Stickles glitter glue, I would literally buy every single colour. Like, if Mod Podge went in and we're like doing a demonstration, because I have Mod Podge Extreme Glitter, I have Mod Podge Sparkle, I found another Mod Podge glitter that is like mega glitter. I imagine it's exactly the same as these two, because these two are exactly the same product. I am still very tempted to go buy it just because it's more glitter. There's like the most minuscule of difference between the two of those glitters. They are practically the same glitter. I'm still gonna go and buy Mod Podge Mega Glitter. Like, I'm literally just waiting for Boxing Day. to see if they have a special on it, and then I will buy some more glitter. I don't need it, but I have to. And for comparison, just to prove to you just how ridiculously similar these two glitters are, because if you've got one, you don't really need the other. But also, if you like to cover large areas in glitter, these are fantastic. I also have a secret goal that's not in the video, that is to color a page entirely in glitter. Winter. You should do that. You should do that. It's a lot of fun. Just saying. Yeah, you should do it. Another option might be a huge Zoom meetup. No shopping, but lots of gabbing around Zoom paint night for Mohammedi's work, and that's fun. Ooh. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Like, I've done Discord hangs before, but it could be more like a Zoom function. I don't know if you need, like... Turn that down for a minute. I don't know, like, do you need, like, a professional account or a paid account to host a lot of people, though? Because, like, that's the sort of thing I could host from my YouTube channel very easily and put it out and be like, hey, and grab a few colorists together and say, hey, we're all going to host this together. And just do it as a hang. I mean, that's why I like streaming, is it feels like I'm just hanging and vibing with you. again. It did this yesterday too, where it just decided my mic doesn't exist anymore. And let's turn that back up so you can actually hear me. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Some reason it's deciding that my microphone just doesn't exist anymore every once in a while. Yeah, thank you for putting in there that you couldn't hear me. So, I don't know why it does it. It just stops working. And it's still there, and it's still connected to the right microphone. It's just suddenly like, oh, this microphone doesn't work anymore. But it's not going to tell you it's not working. It's just going to pretend that there's no sound. But nothing's muted. It's still connected. It's so weird. But yeah, what I was saying is that there is not enough glitter. There's never a limit to glitter, because one time I asked Sammy to look at my keyboard because it wasn't working properly, and so she popped open my keyboard and just this shower of glitter fell out of my keyboard. She's like, it's definitely your keyboard. Glitter gets everywhere and I love it. This is, I said, I am a technophobe. I don't have a professional account. We do it for charity. Once people sign up, they pay $40. I have packages of supplies to pick up at the office, and the rest goes to charity. Okay. You get 10, 15 participants per paint night. That's really cool. That's a really cool idea. It's definitely like, it's mostly about just having an easy access platform that anyone could join on, because like I've done Discord hangs before, because I technically have a Discord server. I forget to even go and check my own Discord server, just FYI, but I do technically have one. So I've done hangs on that, but that involves people joining Discord and using Discord, and at least with Zoom it's a little bit more like, it's easier, I think, to join, because it's like you don't have to sign up to Zoom to join the meeting. You can just join in as a guest, but it would be looking into how many people you can have join the video call and stuff like that, because I know some platforms, if you want to have a lot of people on the call, they make you pay. Like, I'm pretty sure Microsoft Teams does that. But I don't know with Zoom. I've never looked into hosting it, but it's the sort of thing that could be done. Maybe it's something to look at in the new year. Get together with a few colorists, and we could just do colouring hangout sessions where we all just jump on a call. I'd probably want to do it with a few other colorists also acting as hosts, so that if I'm having a bad week or a pain week, there's still other hosts there that could run it. And in that same turn, if they're having a bad week, someone else can be running it. You wouldn't want to have it all on one person. Glitterbed. Hello, Annie. Zoom is really expensive as far as I know. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if it is a cost to pay feature. And at least with Discord, like, the servers are free and you can have 100 people in a video chat at the same time. I'm sure it's 100 with the free one, but again, that involves signing up for Discord and all that sort of stuff. I don't really know that your host just set me up with an account. Yeah, so they'll have a business account, which means you won't have to worry about all the limits and stuff like that. That's usually how they get you. I mean, it's still doable. There's other platforms that you could look at. It's just, yeah, figuring that stuff out. But yeah, I would, again, I know with Discord I can do it all for free, but it does involve people being on Discord. And that's the big caveat there, is then you have to sign up for Discord. But yeah, I don't always check my Discord, and that's part of it. I did think, if I was going to be setting up a Discord again, I would actually combine Discords with a few colorists and just have a shared colouring Discord. I think that would be a lot better than just having an individual one. I've never even heard of Discord. I'm so old. No, don't worry. It's Discord I'm familiar with because a lot of people on Twitch have Discords. It kind of goes hand in hand as a way to build a community offline. But then I'm also very familiar with Discord because I use it for a charity stream that I'm very involved in. We use Discord to organize and deal with this charity, put on this charity, because the Yes and charity stream, this year we just did a small production version due to some staffing changes and bits and pieces, but the previous 3 years we've done a 24-hour D&D live stream on Twitch raising funds for charity. And what it is because we're live for 24 hours, we have 8 teams that take over 4-hour shifts, and they each are playing games of D&D. And in these 8 teams, you have a DM, a backup DM, 4 players plus 2 backup players. So there is 8 people on each team, which means we have 64 people going live. Sorry, 8 teams. No, 8 teams. Yeah, doing 3 to 4 hours. 3 hours. Sorry, I'm getting confused. 3 hours live each, 8 teams, 24 hours. Plus we have a couple of hosts, and then we have the backstage crew, which is what I was team lead of. I managed all the backstage crew. So we had moderators who were monitoring Twitch in 4-hour shifts. We had what were stage hands doing mic checks, camera checks, making sure everyone was set up to go, moving pieces where they needed to be, people who were monitoring donations, people who were like doing some background administration and stuff like that. So we have like 80 people in this Discord that are doing this charity project. It's all Kiwis, and the reason we use Discord for it is because we can set up all these different things. So like each individual group has their own little chat where they can chat away and type messages to each other, build stories, ask questions like that. I, as a backstage manager, had a whole background area that allowed for my team to have like access to things like what they needed to know about Twitch, how to pull up commands, where to find things, donation incentives, stuff like that. The DMs had a secret area, so we could have all these different areas, but then we could have a bunch of voice channels. And so we had a backstage voice channel that people would hang in before they went live, and it was like the wings of a stage, if you think of it like a theatre show. And then we could move them into another voice channel, and that was what was being captured for the stream, was their camera and voice chats from this channel. And then we had like another one where you could go and hang out in and just vibe, and we could have another one where people could go when we needed to do tech check, and we needed a really quiet area away from everything else. And it allowed us to have multiple video conference rooms and all this sort of stuff going on. Yeah. That sounds like a huge production. It's a lot. We start planning in February for an August live stream, the production team. So yeah, it's a big effort that goes in. And like, we've raised over $30,000 New Zealand for different charities. So it's a big effort, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah, as I've said in the past, I was the team lead, or in charge of the backstage crew. That was my role for a few years. This year I just did, like, I was just making all the social media content, like all the marketing materials and stuff like that, and the overlays, and just basically all the assets, all the artwork, because I needed a bit of a lighter load this year for my own health. Next year I haven't decided 100%. I'm leaning towards actually doing the marketing, because I did train up when I was head of the moderators and the backstage crew. I did train up to really, I say trained up, they were really skilled. I really didn't need training, but I had 2 team leads under me, because again, I'm dealing with a lot of people with mods. So I had a couple of team leads, and then they kind of took over the mod side, because I was like, I need to have less on my plate this year with my health. So it's like, I kind of got it now, so I don't have to do mods anymore. Yeah, I've talked about before, like, I am someone that does like to give, but I don't have the ability to give financially, because, you know, I live on a government disability. I don't have a lot of spare funds, but I have time, because I physically cannot work full time. I only work 2 hours a day. So I have time. And so that is something that I can give. And like, the live stream involves a lot of time. There is a lot of work that goes into making this live stream. So while I can't donate to the live stream, I can help by giving my time, being involved in a lot of the production, and help out charities that way. I have in the past, and I am thinking about for my birthday, running another charity stream. And that just is time. That is not like me spending time to set up for the stream, organizing a few things for the stream, maybe looking at some prizes if we hit some milestones or something. Again, it's all just time. And that's what I can give. And that is something I think a lot of people forget about sometimes, is you don't have to give money. You can give other things as well. And time is a very valuable resource to give. Your time, your skill and times are very valuable. Exactly. And that's the cool thing with streaming too, is it's actually pretty straightforward to set up a charity stream now. So, oh, sorry, that was me bumping my camera because there's a fly. Professional streamer. So yeah, kind of thinking around my birthday we might do a bit of a charity stream. I'm just investigating which charity to possibly raise funds for at the moment, because like, when I do charity streams, I don't handle the money. There are a few online platforms that basically deal with the money side for you. So it's just basically putting the awareness out there and creating the portal for you to go to. It's pretty straightforward. I did it in, I think the last one I did was March 2023, was it? Yeah, I don't think I got around to it in March 2024, because I wasn't well in March, because I did the Mental Health Madness in March 2023, where we raised over $1,000 for Mental Health New Zealand. Yeah, so that was my last charity stream, except for the sand streams and stuff like that, and other charity streams that have popped in and helped out on and stuff like that. So yeah, okay, we're definitely overdue to do a charity stream on the channel. Didn't even realize it had been that long. Wow. What is time? can't believe 2024 has gone so quickly. Me either. Me either. God, I could have sworn it was March this year, but no, March this year, I've had a few mental health breaks this year, and I was wanting to do another mental health March stream, but we didn't get to it in March because I had to look after my mental health in March, so I didn't get to it in March. Ah, that's alright. Yeah, no, the 2023 charity live stream was incredible because I did the stream. I was only going to set the goal for $100, and then as part of being part of the Yes and stream, one of the things I've learned is always set your goal higher than you anticipate, because it's better to stretch for a lofty goal. And if you only reach, like, you only fundraise $10, that's still $10 more than they had. Like, it doesn't matter. It's about spreading the awareness. So I went into this thinking, oh, it'd be cool if we did $100. In the first hour, we raised like $600. Chat kept on breaking me, and I had reached out to two coloring, like, two people who made coloring pages, and I had said to them, you know, hey, I'm doing this charity stream, and I just want to put up an incentive for a coloring page if we hit $100. So I'm thinking we probably won't raise more than $200. So would you be okay donating two digital line coloring pages for me to give away? Both these people were like, yeah, of course. So I went live. This was a 12-hour live stream, I think. The VODs are on my channel. But yeah, like in the first hour we smashed over $600, and I was like, because I was in the middle of the night for these line colorists, and I'd only gotten permission to give away two coloring pages, and it was like I'd said we'd give one away at each $100, and we were already at $600. We were about to hit $700, and then we just kept on smashing through all these goals, and I kept on falling apart on stream. And then a few people came on and actually donated some prizes too. So we gave away physical coloring books. It was incredible. We ended up the stream donating $1,122.33. It was 1,12233 that we ended up donating to Mental Health New Zealand. So yeah, it was absolutely incredible, absolute chaos, and I had a blast. It was a wonderful stream. Smolt! Welcome in, lovely Smolt. Gotta go adult for a minute. Oh, good, Winter. Proud of you doing the adult things. All the adult things. We're just talking about charity streams and bits and pieces like that, and I realised it's been way too long since I've done a charity stream on the channel, and I was thinking of doing one for my birthday, so I think that's kind of settled it. It may not be exactly on my birthday, but we might do one around my birthday. I'm just deciding which charity I want to donate to for it. How are you going today, hun? Just got home from the shops. My car wants to be problems. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. I hope it's okay. As long as you're not having the car trouble that we've had, not our car specifically, but this neighborhood has had today though, that's okay. Because I started stream this morning. I started a little early, and then we had a power cut. Because a car decided to go off the road and crash into a house around the corner here. So we lost power for about an hour. So, as long as you're not having those sort of car problems, hopefully everyone's okay. I'll have to go and check the local newspaper website and see if there's been any updates. I need to go hang some washing out. If I can, I will come back, but if not, I'll say a goodbye. Have a great day. All good, Jackie. It's been lovely to have you pop in here. Yes, do all the household things, and if we see you again, wonderful. If we don't, that's all good too. Meri Kiri Himiti, aka Merry Christmas, and have a wonderful day. Oh, itchy, itchy, itchy. I don't have the app. I thought I had the app. Okay. See if we can find out more. No. Come on, website. Please load. I know I'm also streaming and you don't want to share data. Okay. Yeah. No, unfortunately, it's pretty bad. Yeah. Unfortunately, the person who was driving has passed away, and the person who was in the house has been actually taken to hospital as well. And then, yeah, the crash also caused the power lines to go down as well, which is why we lost the power. And there were 2 other cars also caught up in the incident, which is why we were hearing a ton of sirens. Yeah. Which also explains why the power was completely cut around here for a while. It's very sad. Hopefully, I mean, there's already been one. Hopefully everyone else is okay. Yeah. Just feel like I met a celebrity. You're also talented. Jackie is amazing. Jackie is definitely my big inspiration for playing more with water-based markers. Like, the stuff that she pulls off with markers, holy moly. Crayola Super Tips are an excellent material. The car still functions just fine. My tire pressure light is blinking, and so it's doing that either because it's too cold. The map or my sensor batteries need resetting, replacing. Yay. Not good. Considering you live in a Hallmark Christmas card, I'm going to guess it's too cold, because I imagine it's very cold there again. But yeah, we lost power for about an hour, and the article says that they're closing off the whole road as well, so it's literally just around the corner. Like, I could literally take you guys on a walk. We could go check it out, but we won't, because it's also a home and a crash site and involves actual people. So, you know. Alright, Mike's back. I thought this had maybe stopped happening. We're just not having a day today. At least it wasn't a power cut this time, but come on, Arkham. There we go. Cool, that one's back. And then bring the stream deck back up. And it should give us... Oh, no. I need to close the stream deck. I need to... Sorry, we may go a little out of focus in here. Because I've got to close these two. And then bring these two back up. Why did you open Messenger? I never said you should open Messenger. There we go. Right. That's all back up. I have this thing where, like, my USB drivers stop working. It's not just a USB port, it's every USB device stops working. And it's been a while since it's done it, so I hoped that the updates had sorted it. But now it's happening again, so I don't know what causes it. It's been a while since we've had the issue, so just hoping by some miracle it was fixed. It might just be too cold, but the light doesn't usually blink. Usually it just refuses to calibrate. Oh dear. Well, I hope you can figure it out soon, because car issues are not fun. I don't know the first thing about cars and cars issues, so hopefully it's all sorted out soon. I don't know why I was starting to work over that side when I know my hand's going to go over it, so we should really be starting at this side. And working left to right, not right to left. That is logical. Right, we should still... It should still be a good hum. You might need a reload. Still going my end. Yeah. Sharon, hello. Just wanted to stop in and say season's greeting to all, and thanks for all the great videos and inspiration. That's so sweet of you, Sharon. Thank you so much for popping in. You're welcome to stay and hang around if you want, but if you need to keep going, that was also very sweet of you. I understand it's a busy time of year. We've been having a bit of a tech nightmare day today, but we're still going. Right, we have so many fiddly little bits to base. Especially because the leaves are white, so I'm really trying not to get any colour on the leaves. Like, it would be so much easier if I could just smush across the whole thing. But sometimes it's nice to use, like, just one colour as your base colour and just smush it across everything. Cover up that white of the page. And then you get to just go in there and shade. And that's why if it's like... Sometimes it's good if it's like a colour that can tint everything. Sometimes it's good to do like a blue wash over everything, because it's like you get to do the whole page then. You don't have to fiddly base around everything and you can just be done. But we want these white leaves. Did you decide what colour the curtains will be? Not yet. I figured I might do the grey next and then decide from there. I know originally I planned it purple. I'd done purple for the curtains and then the inside of the windows I had done grey as well, but it's just too cold. So part of me is thinking maybe we do the inside of the window yellow, but we don't turn it gold like the rest of the yellow is going to be. Like, the yellow is a placeholder for bright gold, but I want that warm golden undertone under the gold, hence the yellow. And it's like I could use that same yellow in the window itself and make that brighter, warmer inside of the window, and then either do purple or blue for the curtains. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but, you know, I kind of need to decide. I could also just leave the curtains white as well, but of course the curtains are right by the white trees, so that's gonna be very similar. I'd rather have a colour behind them. Sassy phone, hello, hello. How are you going today, hun? We've almost got this section based. Slowly but surely working our way around. Resting before family time tomorrow. I'm exhausted. It took me an hour to wrap presents. Oh my goodness. I was going to wrap the couple that we have for the nibblings tonight, but I ended up doing it early while the power cut was in play. So, glad it got done. It wasn't many though. There was only 3 gifts to wrap. The 2 for one nibbling and then 1 for another, because Mum and I went together for one nibblings gift. So, you know, not a whole lot of wrapping. Nibblings. And here's someone else called the nibblings? Yeah, well, I prefer to use nibblings because it's a non-gendered term and it allows me to refer to them without identifying about them. So I will explain, like, nibblings is a term for niece and nephews, but it means I can just say the nibblings and it doesn't identify anything about them. Yeah, I prefer using the term nibblings rather than specifying. Okay, a door is based. So, I still need to do a palette for Ziskin. They're quite like burnt ochre. It's a bit ridiculous in terms of colour normally for skin, but except I've just blended everything together because I activated that in a really dumb way. Anyone would think that I'm a professional colorist. I like that because it's kind of like, it looks more like a wood tone, like rather than painting, they just left the wood of the nutcracker. So I like that. Let's do this. And then we'll get a nice pop of colour. I have to make sure I remember to also do a spout when I do the grey. Nibblings always sounds like niblets to me. Still super cute. I use pillowcases from a charity shop and a pretty ribbon for nibbling gift wrapping. On Xmas saves time, no plastic, and an easy carry bag for all the gifts to go home in. That is super smart. I know in a few cultures it's actually really common to wrap the gifts up in fabric. Like in Japan, they wrap a lot of gifts up in fabric that can be then used for like wrapping up their lunches or as a handkerchief. So there's a few cultures that do that as well, and it's very sensible because like paper is just going to be ripped off. So hello Brittany, welcome in. Hospital because of fever? Oof. Sickness is never fun, no matter who you are. I like this choice of colour. It's like they just stained the wood. And then we can use that same colour to do our tiny little beak and our tiny little foot over here, even though that will probably be covered by snow. Gives us, I'm gonna call them niblets now too. Niblets. Right, now we've got left is grey and then windows. So, last chance to change my mind if I don't want to bring the grey up on the building. But I feel like the grey is going to help balance it. So I think I need to do the grey. Like, it's going to help tone down the pink a little bit. So, yeah, we're going to do the grey. And it's also going to make our white even pop more because our white will be where our white's meant to be. Found a pink area I missed. There's always one. There's always one area that's been missed. I will circle everything back to corn. Oh dear. Oh dear. Forever and always corn. Okie dokie. That side, did the belt, done the grey there. Then we come over to here. So again, all we're trying to do here is just chuck down that base colour. Get everything blocked in with some colour before we begin shading, so that there's at least 2 for the page to cover. When we do our shading, it's a bit easier. And I just found the area of neck. We're going to make it neck. Again, I told you, there's always one. Every colour, there's one section that I missed. I have to go back and correct. Thank you, Smolk, for doing the shout out. Sorry, I was zoning out and didn't even notice. Yellow Beans was shout out. Yellow Beans is also Sophie Colours on YouTube and is a gorgeous colorist that works a lot in the beauty of horror, but also does some other colouring books as well, and is an excellent example of not being afraid to use black and really push your colours shading to the extreme. So really recommend checking out. Then Alligrada, as we talked about before, gorgeous wood burning stream on Twitch. Also does streams with Mr. Pickle, which is a mini Alligrada. And is just a cute, cozy, comfy time full of creativity and love. In the gaps, Amy, don't get your colour everywhere because you're just scribbling in the base colour, because you can with Inktense. Don't have to be as pedantic. Ooh. Right, activation time. Did you use your Inktense pencils on this double page? Yes, I have been using Inktense pencils and a couple of Albrecht Durers to base this whole page. To get all these colours down just to fill out the page, and then we'll be going in and shading. I'm thinking of using my Prismacolors to do the shading this time. But right now the focus is just on getting that base colour down, covering up the 2 for the page, which will make shading a bit easier. And then I'll decide if I want to use my Pablos, Prismas, Polys, or all of them. I just know I have a couple of gorgeous lighter pinks in the Prisma that match what I'm kind of thinking for the shading on the walls. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards Prismas primarily. So I know that there's a couple of colours that will work. But then I might do the white with polychromos just so I can do some real gentle, subtle shading. Because we want to keep it white, but we will need to add in some shading to add some contrast and give the white areas dimension. Then again, we don't need the subtleness of the polys, because when we go over the top with the enchanted shimmer, it's actually going to make everything appear even paler. So we could go for a more contrasty shading, knowing that it's going to flatten out a bit when we do the enchanted shimmer on top. But that's going to be next stream's problem, because we're just going to focus on getting all our basing done. And then it will be nap time before work. Caran d'Ache make the 120 Supercolor watercolor pencils and 76 Museum Aquarelle watercolor pencils. I'm thinking about getting. Oh, okay. I am happy with, I use the Inktense and I prefer the Inktense. I love the intensity of the color, but it does present a challenge when you want paler colors. So that's where I use my Albrecht Durers to top up the color range. So I don't have a specific need for more watercolor pencils, but I do like Caran d'Ache's range. I really like their Pablos. I do want to get some more Pablos. Oh my gosh. Here we go. But I'm waiting for Boxing Day, and hopefully they'll pop up on special, and then we might look at getting some more colours in the Pablos. Oh, that's a way too much water. The 18 special edition Caran d'Ache Supercolors that are limited edition that you can buy from Blick Online. Nice! Very handy when you've got sites where you can access open stock and that. The reason why I like to buy pencils that are available in open stock. Okay, so all we've got left is these curtains and windows. So like I was saying, I was thinking about doing the inside of the windows yellow, but not covering the yellow with the gold. And in fact, I could use that same warm wood color that we used for the skin tone of the nutcrackers to actually create a bit of a gradient, so it's lighter in the middle and darker to the outside. That could be kind of cute. But that just means you have to figure out the curtains, which I originally did purple, but blue would contrast better against the yellow. I mean, originally I did everything in grey, but don't want to do the grey because the grey really like cools down the page, and I want to keep it in that warmer tone. Could do it white, but it's against the white trees. So really our choices for the curtains are blue, purple and grey. I don't really want to do the grey. On the one hand, I should be happy. It should use and be happy with what I have. On the other hand, FOMO is too real. Gonna go big at black. Valid. Got it out. I had something stuck in my teeth this whole time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do yellow inside regardless. So I'll do a base layer of yellow, and then I can always add some Albrecht Durer on top to darken. Let's start with the yellow. So this won't be turned gold, but it will tie in our gold a bit more because it's got that same warm undertone. And it will just make our rooms appear more lively and more like there's someone in here, you know? And we might tone down the yellow and make it less intense bright, like put some white Prisma on top and just tone it down, maybe even a little bit of like a really pale grey. But it'll just make our curtains appear brighter. Now that one there, I know it's not anywhere else, but I think a soft mint would be nice. The only thing is it brings in a new colour. Yeah, I did think about that too, because I was like, oh, it would be real pretty with soft mint or like a green or something, but it's that bringing in a new colour, and because it's the only place it would have been used, it'll just make your focus go to the curtains. I could just also do them dark pink, like, or leave them white, as I said, but I just knew when I coloured in that digital plan, the only thing I wasn't happy with the windows, and then I realised the grey is just it's too much grey, but made it feel quite cold. And I didn't like how cold the windows felt. I wanted it to feel like warm and lively inside, so. We do also have brown. We could do brown. I can also just leave the curtains until we're finished colouring and then come back to the curtains. We can just shade everything else and then decide on the curtains. again, it won't be today. We're just focusing on finishing off the basing layer today. So ideally, if I can figure out these curtain colours. My inclination is still blue, especially because it will bring in more blue to this side. Like, yes, we've got a bit of blue here with the soldier being primarily blue here. But I still feel like we've got enough purple balance between the two of them, but there's not a lot of blue this side. There is little touches of blue though, so it's not like no blue. Because in theory, I could also bring in mint, do the curtains mint, do these big leaves mint, do the little leaves on the building mint. Like, I could bring in mint and there would be enough touches in places I could add mint, but I really wanted to stick to that pink, purple, blue limited color palette. And I like how limited it is for a color palette. I've finished painting my nails. Yes. Glittery. Yes. I still need to paint my ones. Show you this hand because the other hand has got two very short ones on there. Yeah, I still gotta paint my nails. I feel very naked right now. I might have to leave this in the think about it box. As annoying as it is not to base the final object, I might need to think about if I would prefer purple, blue, grey or brown on the curtains. My inclination is blue at the moment, but I might also take some time to think about it. I could also like come back after we've started shading, because like these baubles have all been shaded in a plain color, but there's going to be some details added to them. I could do, like, after I've gone through and amended all the gold, maybe I'll decide I want to do the curtains gold. So yeah, it might be that we come back to the curtains, and it could be even after I've shaded everything, then it kind of just pops out to me as I do it. Like, after I shade a bit more of the white and give the white some dimension, then maybe I'll look at it and go, no, the curtains could be white, you know? Or maybe I decide the curtains also are light pink and we just do more light pink. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave the curtains and come back to the curtains. But I am happier with the windows being yellow. I mean, this is our original plan. And this is where we're at. So it's a little bit more vibrant than the plan, which I knew would be the case. But it also isn't as cold as the plan because we've got those warm windows, which is the one thing I didn't like about the plan. I'm happy about that. But we've got all our base colours down. We've blocked in our snow. And now it's just figuring out what we want to do for the rest of it. But that will be in the next stream, because we're coming up to 2 PM, which is my nap time. It's been 3.5 hours plus a half an hour before the power cut, plus the hour forced break in the middle, so it's been quite a long stream when you break it down, really. But we've done a lot. Alright, let's do a quick look. Let's see if anyone's on Twitch. It's going to be a raid and fade though, so unless it's a place I feel comfortable dumping you all and being like, peace, I'm out. I don't really see anyone that I can just dump and not drop a message in. So I think we'll just leave it today. We will just wrap up stream there. But, let's do that button. Yeah. So, the next official stream will be Friday. It's Tuesday. So, in 3 days. 3 days. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's next official stream. However, I have Wednesday and Thursday off work because of public holidays, and our Christmas will basically be over by 3 p.m. So I may be a little dead on Wednesday, so not as likely Wednesday, but Thursday I'm basically free all day. So we might end up doing a bit of a bonus stream on Thursday. I will let you know. Keep an eye on the socials. If not, we will definitely be back Friday, and we will carry on with this one. In the meantime, make sure you look after yourself. Meri kere hete mete to you all. Practicing the te reo. I hope Anakoko visits you all and you get lots of good presents for being on the good list, because you're all on the good list in my books. Yes, I appreciate you all being here so much. And yeah, we'll come back. If I figure out the colour while I'm offline, I might go in and base the curtains quickly if I do settle on a colour, but I'm going to just take some time to think about it because I'm just not 100% sure. Also, before we disappear, we're going to do one more shout out, because there's some people here that you'll need to hit that follow on, because you'll notice now Winter 89 is on Twitch and they're going to be starting live streaming soon. So hit that follow on Twitch as well, and let's give Winter some love. In the new year they're going to start streaming, so that's super exciting. And I know we've got a few colorists in here. Winter is also a colorist, and it's going to be coloring streams, and I'm super excited. And let's all spread that love, that araha, around to all our lovely community members. But yes, make sure you take care of yourself. This is a chaotic, stressful time of year for a lot of people, so please look after yourself. Please self-care. Enjoy the day, whether that is celebrating with your loved ones, taking a day for yourself, choosing to avoid all celebrations as well, which is just as valid. Look after yourself. May you have the most wonderful of holidays, and enjoy just however you choose to spend the day to the most that you can. It is all about sharing the love, the araha, with yourself and with those that are important in your life. And you're all important in my life, and I appreciate you all being here very much. I will, as I said, definitely be back on Friday, maybe earlier. We'll see how we go. But yeah, take care of yourself, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!